Hello, my name is Rana Jilani and I'm from Pakistan. I've been living in the United States for a few years and I've been teaching English for more than 15 years now. My experience of teaching has been both in Pakistan and in the United States. In the United States, my most recent experience is in adult education. I've taught English as a second language and other subject in adult basic education programs. Right now, I'm a group coordinator in a nonprofit in Rochester, Literacy Rochester of New York. And my job right now entails designing and creating small group programs and managing those programs and facilitating volunteer teachers with their teaching and materials development or anything else that they need to teach those classes. I'm also um, a mother. My daughter is 17 years old. Now, about research, I would say that whenever I have tried to do research, it has actually come from my personal experience. My last research project, which could not be completed for certain reasons, was about large scale, high stakes English language exams in Pakistan. At that time, I really wanted to point out the flaws that were there in the test and the kind of washback effect those tests created um, for the learners and for the whole system of education in Pakistan at the high school level. Now, because I've been living in the United States for a while, there's another issue that I would like to pursue and study and research and maybe come up with some ideas to deal with those issues. And it concerns my personal life too, because when my daughter came here, she was 4 years old. At that time, she was speaking Urdu, and she was a really good speaker of Urdu at that time. But when she started learning English, um, Urdu kind of got sidetracked, and English became her dominant language. With time, as I socialized and I made friends also in Pakistani community of United States, Pakistani communities of United States, because I've lived in Pennsylvania and New York states. So I also observed that other Pakistani families where Urdu is the home language also are struggling to maintain Urdu. I think Urdu is kind of is a way of communicating cultural and religious and other social values um, that are common to Pakistani immigrants in the United States. And when they fail to maintain Urdu as a home language or as a language of communication in the family, they also cannot transfer those values, those cultural peculiarities, or those social connections the way they would if they could um, continue to use Urdu, um, not only in personal communications but also, um, through literacy in Urdu. So, with this feeling, I am thinking about pursuing um, a study that would look at the problems and issues in maintaining Urdu as a home language in Pakistani communities. I am going to probably look at Urdu as a heritage language in Pakistani communities, and what I have read on the issue has led me to in the direction of um, in a direction of socialization, language socialization theory. Basically, the studies in language socialization have been ethnographic studies, and ethnographic studies are not easy studies to conduct. especially if I am only thinking about my dissertation project. That would not be an easy study to design and conduct. But right now, that seems to be a fascinating area for me, especially for the purpose of this qualitative research course. Um, I am seriously thinking about at least going deeper, getting better understanding, and figuring out if it could be a possibility. So I'm hoping that this course will help me figure things out. It, either way, if it can be done or if it cannot be done, and maybe the readings and the discussions in this course with my colleagues and the professor will help me guide and help me decide something else, which is possible, which is more practical, and which is doable, and which is also at the same time meaningful for me. So this is what I'm thinking, and I hope in 5 years' time, when I watch this video, something amazing must have happened, and this community that I am becoming a part of right now will probably be the reason for doing something amazing. Thank you for listening to me.